Alrighty, morning Ness, how you going?
Good, how you
So
going?
this is our first initial session together, and what we're going to do today is basically look at you and just see how your body is moving and responding in terms of if you have any imbalances in your body. So what we're going to have to get you to do first is take off your jumper for me, and your shoes. So the first thing that we're going to do is just get you marching on the spot, looking straight ahead at me. And I'm just going to have a little bit of a look. So I'm going to be looking at you from the front, the back and the side today. And just making a little observation of your body. Good. And then just from standing there, be in a relaxed stance where your hands are down by your sides. Looking straight ahead. And now basically what I'm going to do is just work from the top up. So the first thing I'm going to do is just be looking at your neck and spine, making sure we don't have any flexion, tension. Alright, so if we're looking from your head, you can see that we're centered, which is nice. Slightly elevated in your shoulder on the left side. Which arm were you saying that you were injured? Your shoulder you were injured?
Right shoulder.
Yeah. So injury in the right shoulder. And I'm just going to be looking at your elbows, elbow crease, level. There's no rotation, hyperextension, good. Pelvis. Now I'm just going to be checking your hips and your pelvis, make sure that they're level. Good. Level. Even weight, alignment in your knees. Slight internal rotation of your knees. Rotated in and flat. So the main focus here is what I'm just trying to do is make sure your joints are stacked on top of each other. And that if there is any imbalance or no alignment, that we can make corrections in your training.
Sounds good.
Knees, Achilles are parallel. Section. Alright, goodness. Now if we look at that lateral view, which is just from your side, so you have a little bit that natural curvature in your spine, which is good. Shoulders are good. Right. Perfecto. So what we're going to do now is just a dynamic, which means a moving kind of analysis now. So I'm going to start with you with a broomstick over your head. And just in a natural position where it feels comfortable for you. You just want your hands up over your head like that. And you're just going to be touching your head with the broomstick. And then that full extension at the top.
Sounds good.
Good. Nice. Any pain in that right shoulder?
No, don't feel it at all.
Just going to check for your scapular movement. Alright, just from there, I want you to keep the broomstick over the top of your head and just in your natural stance now. So I'm going to get you to do a squat as well. So put your legs where you feel comfortable for a squat position. And then just go down, keeping your full extension over the top of your head. Go down into that squat for me. Good. So my focus here for the client is to make sure that there's no hip shifting, no internal rotation of the knees. Good, keep going, Ness. And the mobility that we have in the thoracic spine, the lats and the upper back. So in the bottom of the position, just stay holding for me. So when you squat down, hold. So what we're looking at here is making sure that she's parallel in terms of her upper body with her shins to the ground, which you are. Really good mobility. Good, pop that down. Next one that we're going to do is just a shoulder retraction test. So I'll get you to be looking straight ahead for me. What I'm going to do is just bring your hands up to your sides, have your elbows at 90 degrees for me, like that. Bend your elbows 90 degrees, and you're just going to have that full extension up over your head, and then bring them back down. So I'm just going to see now, in terms of your scapulars, how they're going to retract. So the scapulars are even, but in terms of rotation, quite minimal in the bottom of the movement. Goodness. Alright, from here what we're going to do is just a pull movement. So we'll just turn this out for you. Nice. So you're going to do like, let me do like a row. Get yourself in that kind of squat position. Think about shoulders back and then squeeze for me. Perfect. Back, big squeeze through. Good. 2 more. Good. Rest. So through that pulling retraction, we could see there was really quite limitation through the rhomboids. So tight in the mid and thoracic spine. Okay, from here we're just going to go into a lunge position, so you can just go. We'll go 10 on each leg. Again here I'm just checking for any kind of hip shifting movement and what's happening to the knees as well. Make sure there's no internal rotation where there isn't. Good, change legs. Two more. Great. Nice. From there, we'll just go into all push-ups. So, I have to bring this down. Yeah, nice. So just stand on your knees. Chest to floor for me. So in the push-up position, I can see that her left scapula is quite winged and is flaring up. Hips are even, just one more. Good. So you can see on her, in your push-up nest, you can see because you're favouring, from that right injury, you're favouring your left a lot. That's all we can see. Hold that back up for me. Alright, so in terms of dynamic movements, we are done now. We are going to just sit down together now and have a little bit of a conversation about your nutrition, if that sounds good to you. Have a good chat. See if you sit there, if I can see you. Oh, perfect. Yeah. You can sit on the end there and I'll just crouch you. Because you can see me, see you. Make it flat. Very nice. So what we're going to do now is just have a little bit of a chat about what you'd have on a typical day today, in terms of your food, alcohol, water consumption as well. See if we can give you any a little bit of advice in terms of your nutrition. So typically, what time of the day would you be having your breakfast?
Changes every day, but probably around 9.
9
9
a.m.
a.m. And at work, probably be a bit earlier, like around 8.
8 a.m. when you're at work. Okay, great. And typically, what are you having at this time of the day?
Oats.
Oats.
Most like oats. Nice and easy. Oats and frozen blueberries.
How much do you think of oats that you'd be having in that serve?
Maybe like 2.5 cups.
2.5 cups. Wow, that's huge. 2 to 2.5 cups. Do you guys have that with water or milk at all?
Almond milk.
Almond milk. And how much would you have of that?
250 mils.
Okay, so about 1 cup. And in your blueberries, what do you think? Maybe a handful? What would it be? Yeah?
Handful. Half a cup or something.
Okay. Anything else at all? Do you have a coffee at that time or any kind of juice, water?
Coffee with almond milk.
Yeah. So then typically what would be your next, do you have any water at all actually for around breakfast time?
A little bit, not too much.
Not
Mainly
much?
just drink my coffee.
Okay. Morning tea, what would you have and what time do you think that would be? If you have any.
No, I don't normally eat
Morning tea, do you have any water or coffee again?
Water.
Yep.
Normally drink water, yeah.
Well, how much do you think is that?
Half a cup. But at work I don't drink any water at all during the day.
Oh wow. You feel like you get headaches or anything at all during the day from not having water?
Feel a bit tired too.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking the water.
How do you go to the toilet? Are you regular?
Yeah. Normally in the morning.
Morning,
I'll go to the
okay.
bathroom.
Do
And
you
then maybe
go again in the afternoon at all?
sometimes, yeah.
Do you find that different at all when you're at work as opposed to a day at home?
Yeah, definitely.
Because of your water intake?
Yeah, because I don't drink any at all.
Okay, wow. Lunchtime. What time would you eat lunch then?
Probably around 12.
12 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
And is that for both working and non-working days?
Normally.
And what would that
Normally a
consist of?
sandwich. So
Type of bread?
a roll.
Roll?
Roll and some avocado, spinach, ham.
What type of roll is it? White, multigrain, or
Multigrain.
multigrain? And are you just having one?
Yeah.
Anything else at all then?
Not really. I'll drink
Juice,
some water.
energy drinks,
maybe.
water
Yeah.
again, depends obviously. And how much water?
Maybe like a cup of water.
Afternoon tea, do you have a chance to have that? And what time would you have it?
Yeah. I would say another coffee probably.
Okay.
Black coffee with almond milk. And then yogurt.
Oh great. What do you have? What kind of yogurt is it?
Just plain yogurt
Yep.
with blueberries.
Good. Is that just a handful of blueberries again?
Same thing, yeah. And probably like a cup of yogurt or whatever.
1 cup?
Yeah.
Any water?
Not,
Any other
not
juices?
with my coffee,
No?
normally, no.
Okay. What time would you be typically having that afternoon tea?
Maybe like 3:30, 4.
Now would your next meal be at dinner?
Yeah.
And what do you typically have then and what time?
Always rice. So
Yep.
I always have rice, like white rice.
Yep.
And normally like with a stir fry, so with like some meat, lots of veggies.
What kind of meat is in it?
Either like chicken or pork. And then normally around like 7:30.
So how much in terms of rice do you think you're having?
Like 2 bowls probably.
Yeah, so do you go back and have like 2 servings?
I mainly have just the rice.
Okay.
Like, that's my favourite part of it.
The rice?
Yeah.
So in terms of the stir fry then, what are the kind of veggies that are in it?
Maybe just like beans and carrots and onions.
Any sauce?
Yeah, like soy sauce, oyster sauce, that stuff.
So typically if you were to say with the chicken or the protein and the veggies, would that be about a cup's worth? Or is it just kind of like a spoonful, like a scoop?
Yeah, like a scoop.
1 scoopful?
Yeah.
And that's the combination of the protein with the veggies as well, right?
Yeah. So there's not that much like there's
Protein
more
in
the
it?
vegetables in it, I
Okay.
think. Yeah. Mainly just I like eating the rice and the sauce.
Okay.
Like that.
Not much protein. So that's typical for most nights for you?
Yeah.
Anything else before you go to bed? Do you have another kind of meal?
Yeah, I
What's
always
up?
snack after dinner. So like
Yeah.
chips, honey soy chicken chips. They're my favourites.
Honey soy chip.
Or like any type of chips I normally eat after. And lots of lollies.
And you like lollies too?
Yeah, but they're not bad for you.
In moderation. What time do you think you're starting to snack then?
Before bed, like maybe an hour before bed, so like 9 or 10.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
And when we're talking about these, what do you think the quantity is? Are you having a big pack of chips? Is it just one of the small single
No,
serves?
the big ones.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
how much would you eat of that?
Like half a pack maybe of the big ones.
And then in terms of the lollies, what would it be as well?
Like a handful of like say Skittles or M&Ms or something like that.
And it's just the handful?
Maybe some. Maybe I'll go back a few times.
Yeah.
Depends. Normally, when I'm tired, I eat more. Like.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
looking for energy towards the end of the
Yeah,
night,
yeah.
are you? Okay. Are you drinking anything during this time as well? Are we having water, alcohol, juice, soft drinks, anything from when you're getting home?
Yeah,
So
on the
tea?
weekends I'll have a few.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are we talking about here? So the weekends?
Probably like maybe a few glasses of wine on the weekend. Like
Okay.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 2 to 3 glasses of wine.
Yep.
A night.
Per night? Is that Friday, Saturday, Sunday you were saying?
Mostly, yeah. White wine. Just to relax, you know.
Trying to help you sleep after your sugar? Any other kind of water, anything at dinner times typically though? Are you
Yeah,
drinking
I
water?
probably drink like 1 or 2 cups of water
Okay.
during dinner. And then with the chips as well. Makes you thirsty.
Definitely. You think it would be about another 2 cups?
Yeah, probably.
So most of your water you're taking, typically you're seeing through the night then, so you're getting about 1 litre in the night.
Yeah.
Throughout the day, not so much, as maybe 3, 4.
Yeah, it's hard when you're running around. You kind of forget to drink the
With
water.
work water. Alright, so what I'm going to do in terms of recommendations for you, what I like to do is for every every one of your meals throughout the day, what we kind of want to get is a balance of all of our food groups, where we try to get a majority of our food sources from fruit and veggies, and then in terms of our fat, protein and carbohydrates, we're going to be spreading that out evenly, those 3. Okay, so if you look at your plate, you'll see mostly that it's going to come from, or half of the plate is going to be fruit, veggies, greens, and then we'll split the 3. So making sure we're getting enough protein for your body, carbohydrates, and then fats, and then getting them from a good quality source.
Yeah.
Okay, and if we do that throughout the day, you're going to feel more of a balance. You're not going to be looking for that coffee, and definitely towards the end of the night, those kind of sugar cravings where you're looking for energy to stay awake. So we get that balance from the start of your day and incorporate it from when you first wake up, and again trying to get a little bit more regular with your water intake as well, even if we can start that in the morning, because it is hard during the day when you're at work.
Yeah.
We'll be able to control your hormone levels and your insulin levels, so we're not spiking throughout the day. If you're getting kind of crashes towards the afternoons, it'll That's why you're going back and having a coffee in the middle of the afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay, does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Anything else that you would want to add on to this one? Any other questions that you might have for me?
No, you think maybe I'm eating a bit too many carbs in my day?
Definitely. So when we look at your brekkie, you can see that it's just basically carb focused with a lot of oats. So that's a long time for your body to break down. And that's why you're not kind of needing to have that morning tea. And then again, you're getting the roll for your lunch as well with only a little bit of protein there, not much vegetables as well. And then again in dinner, like you said, you like to have the rice. That's the main kind of focus. So we can split that up and just get that more of a variety and consistency with all your food and all the food groups. Then you're just going to have more better energy, sustained energy levels throughout the day, okay? And the alcohol over the weekends, that we can just monitor that. But like you were saying, that we mentioned at the start, that you're looking to come in and lose a little bit of weight. So we're going to control, obviously, how much alcohol we consume, because there is calories in drinks as well that a lot of people aren't aware of, okay? Especially the sugar in wine. Alright, so now we're just going to have a little bit of your behavioural change analysis, really see how important it is. You've spoken about your goals and what we want to get together, and see now we can actually implement it and how much that you want to really kind of make the change. So, from here you've come to me, you've said you wanted to make changes, we've kind of made a little bit of goal together, so we are seeking to make changes today and towards the future,
Definitely.
okay? So the methods you can take to progress your client is that we're going to start doing some PT together that you agreed, so 2 times a week.
Yeah.
We will get you on a food plan. We're going to get you to increase your water intake and to just try and keep up your daily steps, okay?
Yeah.
So nothing too drastic to begin with, just get you a little bit on track, monitoring your food, see how that goes throughout the week, getting you in 2 times a week to have that physical check-in as well for your training, and then we can just, obviously by walking it every day, you're going to help you moving your body a little bit more, okay?
Yeah.
So what would be one of your short-term goals?
Probably to make sure that I'm exercising at least 3 times a week.
Okay, great.
Because after work I just get so tired, I
Don't want to train.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of consistency with your training and accountability by coming and seeing me then. So in the middle kind of goal, where we're looking around 8 weeks and above.
Yeah, probably to lose some weight, like you said, so
from here we'd be looking anywhere from like 3 to 8 kilos, nothing too drastic too quickly. And then that long-term picture,
make sure that I'm sticking to like food, like changing my food and like still doing that exercise as well.
Okay, so it's consistency in your food now.
Yeah. Because I heard it takes some time.
Yeah, we can definitely make it become more of a lifestyle instead of it just being placed as a diet per se.
Yeah.
So those lifestyle changes of that you're enjoying your training, and then that you're automatically just kind of choosing the healthier options.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask you some questions here, and then we're just going to go from 0 being you're definitely not wanting to make a change to definitely that you are in terms of number 10 at the top. So you want to make this change. How do you feel?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely want to make the change. That you could make this change.
Definitely 10.
Yeah. There's good reasons to make this change. So do you have any kind of reasons that you're thinking is really driving you now to want to make
just
it?
getting like not being able to fit in my clothes, and you know, it's harder. I feel more tired and stuff, so
Okay.
yeah, I'd say it's pretty much like an 8 or a 9. Good reasons.
Yes. I have to make this change.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, for my like mental health as well. I think so
Okay.
like an 8, 9.
Okay. You intend to make this change, so I'm going to obviously equip you with everything throughout this time, especially by walking away and feeling that you've got some kind of idea in terms of your food and accountability with training, but then it's then on to you. Okay, so for the other hours of the day, if I'm only seeing you for an hour of the day, the other 23 hours is then up to you. So that's where we say your behavioural changes you intend to make it, how do you feel like you can then
9, definitely.
go and motivate them? I am trying to make this change.
9.
I hope to make this change.
10.
I can make this change.
10. Good point.
It is important for me to make this change.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah. I need to make this change.
9.
I'm going to make this change.
10.
Okay, great. And I'm doing things to make this change,
10.
which is happening right now, what
Yeah.
we're doing. So it's good if you consistently look through here about talking about where you want to, where you're first saying, I'm coming here and I'm looking for answers, to now at the bottom where it's I am going to and I am doing. So we go from here where we're talking about our words, about what we want to, but then implying it and then implementing it in our actions. If we can keep this consistent up through like this the whole time, up nice and high, you will progressively see changes, okay, with the consistency over time.
Awesome.
Yeah. And like we mentioned above, how we're going to assist you with this is just going to be that regular accountability with your training. We'll do weekly check-ins in terms of your weight. We go monthly measurements. And I'm going to get you to just write down and be tracking what you're just eating on a daily basis, okay?
Yeah. I have an app for that.
Yeah, typically I like to get my clients to follow MyFitnessPal. It's easy
Yeah,
just to
that's it.
implement. Perfect. And you can scan in, if you can't find it in there, most products that have a barcode, you can scan in and they'll be there for you as well, okay? What we're going to just do now is go over your body composition analysis. So this is where we're going to check, and this is our starting point in terms of what your body is made up of in terms of centimetres. And then we look at things like your waist to hip ratio and your BMI. And then from there, monthly check-ins, we're making sure what we're doing is corresponding to what we want to achieve in our goals. We've got your name, Vanessa, female. Today's date's the 29th. Your age is
26.
height,
172.
and your weight was 71.6 this morning. Date of birth was
19th of the 11th, 93.
okay. So your resting heart rate. Do you have an app? A watch?
Yep.
Perfect.
So
As we
right
put it
now,
on
it is 65.
65 resting heart rate. Alright, so for your BMI, what we do is your body weight divided by your height. So what we're going to do is 71.6 divided by 172.
Squared?
Isn't it? Oh, it is.
So my height squared is 1.72 squared. 2.96, so 7.176
71.6.
divided by
2.96.
24.19.
Great. So if we look at here, what our body mass index, and that's what BMI stands for, we have a rating. So you were rated 24.1.
9.
So that puts you into just at the top end of the normal range, okay? Which is good. So in terms of your body weight, we're not having to lose obviously much, but we're going to change that body composition for you that we were talking about. Now we're quickly going to do measurements. Mine's inside. Sorry about that.
No, no worries.
So what we're quickly going to do is just check your chest. So standing straight ahead for me. Oh yeah, thank you. Flip around. Arms up. Just going to put my hands around you. That's right. In the middle of your chest. Now pop your hands down by your sides for me. So 92. Check out your arms. $29. Pop your arms up for me. I'm just going to go around your waist. $79. Hips. It's just twisted. Yeah. 101. I'm just going to do your thighs, so we're going to go mid between your knee and hip. 53. Right, you can come back and sit down for me. So what we're going to just talk about now is your hip to weight ratio, waist ratio. So what we do is go your waist divided by your hips. So your waist is 79 divided by your hips, which is 101.
0.78.
0.78 is your rating. And if we look down here, if we are greater than 0.8, you're at risk. So you are just on that border, okay? So 0.8, you're at risk, you are 0.78, okay, which is great. We've got a good starting point. So in terms of like what we were saying, your BMI is in that normal range of the high end, and your waist to hip ratio as well is just on that high end of being at risk. So we can implement some changes in terms of your diet we're talking about, getting that regular training and water intake, then we should be able to make a positive change in terms of your body composition and just overall lifestyle and energy levels.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great.
Do you have any questions for me in terms of our journey together?
That was really good.
Awesome.
Thank
Great.
you.
Nice to meet you and look forward to working with you.
Me too. Can't wait.
Nice.